That's great. Here we go. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to not just the show, Beaver. Welcome into 2026 around here. Around here, screeching cat, squalling dog. That's what I'm talking about, Beav. First show, this one anyway. For this show, first one of 2026. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go! With the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau Insurance all across the great state of Mississippi. Your hometown heroes, that's your local Farm Bureau Insurance agents. This was not supposed to be the first show for this show, 2026. Yesterday, I was supposed to be on the air yesterday. And I had a problem. Beav, there had been such a long, holiday break. Everything was dead. Computers were dead. Somehow power strips and cables had, come unconnected. Disconnected. They'd become disconnected. There was one computer that I don't know if it's going to live. We'll see. That was dead. Mouses were dead. Mice that operate certain computers were dead. All that stuff's dead. And so I didn't find that out in time yesterday. So I was unable to get on the air yesterday. So it's not Beaver's fault. Can't blame it on anybody but myself. And so not back yesterday. Today, in fact. Why not? I mean, I think it's kind of appropriate for this show anyway. That why come back on a Monday? Everybody does that. There's very little about this show that is typical of shows, including the whole world comes back on a Monday. We do Tuesday around here. So it's good to be back. Beav, I will tell you, I'm glad to be in your presence. It's good to see your face.
You too, Matt Wyatt. And let me tell you, as you're explaining this story from yesterday, something I didn't think about until just now, as you were talking. It has started out the year. First thing, right in front of your face, another sign that you need to move down here so you can be here to do the show and things like that don't happen.
So, Beaver, literally. All right. Along with the word amazing, one of the most overused words in today's vernacular is literally. I don't know why, but there's a purpose, okay? And like this is the purpose for that word. Literally happened an hour ago, okay? I was over at Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks working on the Mississippi Outdoors podcast, and we had a guest there. He's from the coast, guy I got to meet. And we were talking afterwards. And so he was asking me questions about where I lived, and because I was asking him about living on the coast and, our drives in, we're comparing them and all this kind of stuff in the metro. And at one point, he'd heard me mention something about this show. Like, I'm like, I got to leave and go do a show. Then I'll come back and we do outdoor interviews in the afternoon and stuff. And so he was asking me about that. He goes, wait a minute, you doing another podcast? Like, well, it's a radio show. He lives in another part of the state. I said, it's a radio show, across town at 105.9 The Zone, big sports station. He's like, okay, yeah, sports. Yeah. And I'm like, then he pauses. He's looking at me. He goes, why don't you just move down here then?
Smart man.
And I told him, Producer Beaver would be applauding you right now because he's always saying to me, Matt, you got to move down here. And then I explained to him that it's comfortable where we are. It's comfy. We're comfy. Isn't that what you're supposed to shoot for in life, Beaver? It's comfort.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, just pat you on the back and say, be satisfied, sit still, don't move, be comfortable. Isn't that what Nick Saban would say to us? It's not.
Would it?
Hey, and hey, housekeeping. First, a couple things. Hey to everybody on the live stream, okay? First of all, if you're on YouTube or Facebook or X, formerly Twitter, all you got to do is drop a comment and be a part of the show. Like, you can type it in. For example, Sven the first to comment on the live stream here today on YouTube on the first show of 2026 for us, our man Sven in Berlin, Germany, says, look who is back. See, so if you comment and you post it, I can see it and pop it up on the screen. Now, the audio is different. You'll notice it. I'm not feeding you the audio that's coming through our headphones and stuff. And that's why Beaver sounds like he's a few feet away, because he is a few feet away. So that's another thing. I want to say that it's my fault. I have a handy dandy cable, okay, that will allow this live stream of this radio show on YouTube and Facebook and social media to sound the same as it does when we're in the normal Farm Bureau Insurance studio. I left it. I drove away and left it. It's sitting on my desk right now at the Wyatt Hacienda, sitting there. Supposed to bring it, smooth, forgot it. So that's a little bit of a drag. So on one hand over here, Beav, my spirits are up because I'm in your presence. Not to mention, right over your shoulder is the most unbelievable radio station mascot I've ever seen, known as Barry Rice. It is a 4-foot teddy bear decked out in 49ers gear. It's magnificent. Good luck charm? Maybe not. But he is a great mascot. I'm in your presence. I'm here. I like it here. That's all great. I'm back on the air. I get to hear from people like Grumpy and Jason and Sven and everybody, and I'm leaving people out. The interaction that I get to have on this radio show, and this is not, I am not patronizing y'all, especially the ones, not just listen, but, communicate and the interaction that I get to have with y'all is a highlight of the day, every day. And I have missed it. It means a lot to me. I get to hear from y'all. It's like we get to know each other sort of almost virtually and digitally, even though we're not in the same city sometimes, but it means a lot to me. So I'm really tickled. Those spirits are up. But over here, forgetfulness is up in my head. Number 2, Beaver, I go bebopping into the break room here at the radio station just before the show began. Going to get some coffee. There's just enough for me to pour one little dainty little cup of coffee, and that's just about it. There's no piping hot pot of coffee in there. That ain't going to last the whole radio show. So I'm down about that. I am. I'm a little down. Let me take a sip. Hang on. So, I'm kind of weighing the positive and the negative here. I'm kind of weighing all this stuff out. What else? Good to be back. Goals for New Year's resolutions. Hadn't had a chance to ask you.
No.
None.
None.
Didn't even hesitate. Went no.
I always just follow the words of New Year by Death Cab for Cutie. It says, "This is the new year, and I have no resolutions, no self-assigned penance to problems with easy solutions."
Ooh. These real problems don't have easy solutions most of the time. Okay, good one, Beef. Good one. All right. So let's get it started. Hey, Beef, speaking of lyrics, isn't that also some lyrics to a song somewhere?
What?
Let's get this party started.
I believe so.
I believe it is. Your texts, your comments, your calls, get them in here. You can call me on the Junction phone, Junction delis all across the state of Mississippi. Fueled by Prince Oil Company. Let's see if I can remember the number. 897-1059. 601-897-1059. You call me. Now, I will tell you, if you call me, the people that are online on social media, YouTube, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, you won't be able to hear the phone call. That's just for today. Don't worry about it. Calls don't last that long, most of them on this show anyway, and I can recap for you. But you can also text me on the Country Pleasing text line. Beef, check out my new Country Pleasing hat I'm wearing.
I noticed.
Yep, it's got the rope. See, and let me tell you why I like this hat that I got from Country Meat Packers, Highway 49, Florence, Mississippi, is because it fits just right. But also, there's a rope, a black rope, not a white rope, I don't want a hat with a white rope. I'm not a golfer. I'm not a country club, whatever, so-and-so. I want a black rope. And that's what I got on my new country pleasing hat.
I like everything but the rope. I got to be honest. I
Not a
hate
rope guy.
the rope hats.
Okay. We know where beef stands. If we can say anything about this show, it's that we always know where Beaver stands. All right, we come back from the break. Headlines. We'll get you started with headlines. We'll come to your text. David, Grumpy, Jason, all y'all, the rest of you on the live stream. All that, just getting started. First show of 26. Back after this. Stick around.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Y'all like coffee? I know you do. Check it out. Little High Point Roasters from New Albany, Mississippi. That is the breakfast blend. It's a whole bean. And if you notice, that's how much I've had already. Brazil Oberon. Not Orgeron or Orgeron, you LSU. No, Brazil Oberon. That ain't all. What we got there? What flavor is that? Papua New Guinea grade AA. Bring it on. High Point Roasters, New Albany, Mississippi. Roasted right there. That's whole bean. One more. I got more. Ah, tried and true. Magnolia blend.
High Point Roasters coffee, New Albany, Mississippi. It is the best. Single origin from all.
Back with you. Segment number 2 of the show. New clock. And a little inside lingo. Beav, you know what? The only thing about this setup of streaming using my laptop as we sit in here is that my eyesight has kind of gotten not so great. And I really need to be farther away from this this computer in order to really read it clearly without having to put my glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just need to wear my glasses. Oh, that's so much better.
You know what I just realized when
What's
you mentioned that new clock? Let's talk about this for a second. Inside stuff.
Are you saying
Because-
you're gonna say I jinxed it?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't know if anybody ever, pays attention anyway to
Right,
this, but
right.
so we just changed your clock. Your first segment has always been 21 minutes. What we've done is we've just added an extra break.
Yeah.
You're still going to get the same amount of showtime,
Mm-hmm.
but your first break, instead of 21, now it's 11.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I just realized
Uh-oh.
when you mentioned the new clock. That new setup where a break is only 11 instead of 21, that is going to murder callers like Chicken Hawk and Winslow.
Because they're used to the old clock also, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so should I do a public service announcement regarding that? Callers. That's a great point, Beav. I didn't think of that. And Robbie texted in on the Country Pleasing text line, and he said it seems like a lot of breaks to me. It's actually not. It's the same number of everything. It's just they're split up different places in the hour versus where they used to be. Does that make sense, Robbie? Okay. Yeah, so PSA, if you call the show, understand that the segments in the show aren't, at least one of them is not as long as it used to be. So again, this being a show that has hard breaks, they can't move. Like, so once the music starts, we're going to a break. That just means that, that means get on in here. Like if you have something you want to call about, we come back from a break, go ahead and get on in here. That'd be a good time to do it. That way you don't get cut off at the end of it. Yeah, I know. Jared says on the live stream on Facebook, the glasses equal old age itis. I know.
105 now?
They're really low power. They're like less than 1, Jared, but that's because I'm putting them on top of contacts I'm already wearing. Isn't that pitiful? Let me get to some of the comments. Sven commented on YouTube. He said, Jones comes back. Camario will be okay. Our hoops team beat Texas on the road. That's good news. He also says, here's the bad news. We didn't sign any offensive linemen or defensive linemen. Excuse me. So far, says Ole Miss plays in the semifinals, and we have a ton of snow in Germany. I bet you do right now, Sven. I wish you could send me a picture. I'd love to see it. Jay comments on Facebook, says hotty toddy with 4 exclamation points.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah, Caleb, you're right. Good old Pear Orchard. Mm-hmm. Caleb, good to hear from you. Happy New Year to you.
Hang on.
Belated. Now, Beaver didn't hear me say that, though. Caleb, Beaver did not hear me wish you a Happy New Year on January the 6th. The Beaver, let me explain myself. Just simmer down just a little bit. The reason is I haven't had a chance. Like, Beaver, here we go. Happy New Year. But see, here's the thing. I haven't seen you before today. I hadn't had a chance to wish you a Happy New Year to this. And I want to wish you a Happy New Year. I didn't see you within the first, 48 hours of the year. I got to do it now. Same thing with Caleb.
No, Caleb, you're fine, because I was thinking about this yesterday, because we've always talked about the rule. When should be the cutoff for it? Now, since you were going to just come back yesterday, I was like, okay, you can go till Thursday. Thursday will be the cutoff. But since you weren't here yesterday, I was like, well, okay, Friday. You get an extra day. So this Friday, because literally no one's had a chance to call in,
right,
or text you, or comment. So
comment, yeah.
Friday, it's okay till Friday. We'll do the first week of the year.
Yeah.
After that, If there are New Year's wishes, there will be penalties.
It's not just a no, it's there will be consequences.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll go along with it. Hey, I'll tell you what else I'm learning with this new clock is I better get in gear and hurry because I'm already behind. I got to get headlines in. We got some headlines we have to get to. But first, and I got to get to the text messages. I'm getting behind over there. By the way, if you've texted me, Grumpy, David, Andre, J-Rock, Jason, Dog Tired, Robbie, Nunya, all y'all coming to you, I promise. We have plenty of time. I've just got to get in kind of a new routine here with a new clock on the show. First up on the Junction phone line, Junction Delis across the state of Mississippi, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Gator Matt on the phone. And to those on the live stream, you won't hear this, but hang in there with me. Just hang on. All right, Matt, you have the floor. What's up? You too, Matt. Happy New Year. Matt, I did not get to go to Charlotte and call the game as normal. My wife, Annabeth had a kidney stone that she was dealing with that popped up in the days before that. And right before it, she went to the urologist. We knew what was going to happen. And sure enough, the day of the game, I believe it was either the day before, the day of the game, we were in the emergency room. And then, no, it was the day before. And then the day of the game, she had the surgery to have it taken care of, and she's at home recovering. And so I did not go to Charlotte, get to call the game. Hello?
Yep.
Hello. Okay. Thanks for the call. He's out. All right. Text messages. Let me get caught up here. Grumpy. He texted the show, country pleasing text line. I love my country pleasing hat. Beaver is not fond of the rope. I like the rope. I like this black rope. I don't like a white rope. I like a black rope. Grumpy says, Matt, how about MSU men's basketball? Could be an amazing season. Signed, Grumpy. Could be. You just never know. It's a long season. Let's see. David and Brandon texted the show. He said, I may be way off on this, but is Nick Saban truly a football god? Capital G, he says. Come on, David. At least uncapitalize the G when we're talking about mere mortals, please. Is there any chance that he got out as soon as the deck wasn't stacked in his favor? If he was so disgusted by this new NIL situation, why is he on TV talking about it and promoting it? David, excellent point. There is something else we have to address, David. It's all it is housekeeping, semantics. But me, you, Beaver, or Nick Saban, anybody in relation to any sports platform at all, let me say this. Here's the rule. Here's the rule. I can't control what anybody else says on any other show. We have to have a rule on this show. Listen to me, please. Can we please cut it out with the use of the acronym NIL? There is not a case where actual name, image, and likeness is related to any of this stuff that's going on. It is not. It is, to me and you, all it is we're comfortable using that, and frankly, it's easier to spit out NIL versus saying pay for play. I get it. This is 3 words, but it's still the same number of syllables. NIL, pay for play. Let's please agree that this year we call it what it is. And I've been calling it out. I got in trouble for it years ago, but it has not changed. Many of the people who continue to choose to make the choice to say NIL, 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 they are doing it on purpose to keep from having to say what it is. So therefore, it's kind of like lying about it. When you on purpose call something else other than what it is so that you don't have to own up to what it is, you're effectively covering up the truth, which is the same as a little white lie, which is the same as a lie. Let's don't do it. That ain't what it is. It's pay for play. We are paying them to play football. It ain't got a thing to do with name, image, nor likeness. It has everything to do with height, weight, and speed. It should be that. HWS. Your friendly media person who keeps talking about it and covering it and using that term is either soft or dumb or lying. One or the other. That's what it is. Drives me crazy. Sorry. Next. All right, coming up next, more of your texts and headlines in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau. Go with the home team. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Junction Deli's Convenience Redefined and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton. We say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction Delis, they serve country pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi.
Back with you in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau Go! With the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau. All right. As promised, headlines then come into your text. Headlines on the show brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Luminate Bank. Go to mortgagemanms.com. Anything mortgage related in the state of Mississippi, that's where you're going to want to go. Kind of people you want to talk to. Trust me, just start right there. Buying, refinancing. mortgagemanms.com. I'll say it again. mortgagemanms.com. Cowboys fans, headline number one, you got a new defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. Beaver, did I say that correctly? Yeah. Is it Eberflus? Eberflus. Sorry, should never laugh at someone's name, but it's funny. That's funny. Matt Eberflus has been fired as a defensive coordinator. They were historically bad on defense this year for the Cowboys. And when I say historically, I want to say, it's the most points in a season that a Cowboys defense has ever given up, something to that effect. It's kind of like watching Mississippi State's defense the last couple of years. It's like, what is this? I mean, it's that bad. So they had to make a change. They're firing him. They'll get a new defensive coordinator, and hope springs eternal in Dallas going into the offseason. Braves fans, you need to welcome into your division former Dodgers and Marlins manager Don Mattingly. Dandy Don Mattingly is now the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies. You talk about a heck of an athlete, man. Okay, play first base, have that kind of career, in Major League Baseball. Don Mattingly was an unbelievable, high school football player, just all around winner. And now he's managing the Phillies. As for you, Braves fans, put that on your list. And now, Beaver, this is for you and all of my wrestling buddies. Headline number 3, former professional wrestler Ted DiBiase Jr. will stand trial in Mississippi for his alleged role in the state's largest public welfare embezzlement scheme using temporary assistance for needy families funds, or TANF, totaling upwards of $77 million. The trial is beginning in Mississippi. DiBiase's is the first case that's going to go on trial in this scheme. They reported it nearly 6 years ago. It goes back, U.S. Department of Justice unsealed a federal indictment in April of 2023 charging the WWE star for his role in allegedly misappropriating millions of dollars in federal safety net funds intended for needy families and low-income individuals in Mississippi. He's charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and to commit theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. 6 counts of wire fraud, 2 counts of theft concerning programs receiving federal funds, and 4 counts of money laundering. He has previously pled not guilty and has been free on bond for nearly 3 years ahead of this federal trial. If convicted, maximum penalty of 5 years in prison for the conspiracy count, maximum penalty of 20 years in prison for the wire fraud, maximum penalty of 10 years in prison for each count of theft concerning the welfare stuff and money laundering. The reporting on this, Beaver, okay, the trial has started. This is America. You are innocent until you're proven guilty. And that goes with anything. And these kinds of high profile deals, it does feel like it's sort of already been tried, doesn't it? Online and in the court of public opinion, but you go to court and you try it. He's pled not guilty. Okay. That kind of thing. Look at the reporting on this right here. Let me read this to you. According to court documents, DiBiase, along with co-conspirators John Davis, Christy Webb, Nancy New, and others, are alleged to have fraudulently obtained federal funds, including the Emergency Food Assistance Program. They misappropriated these funds for their own personal use and benefit. Well, okay, bad. I've got no sympathy for it if it's happened. If you're guilty of it and you did, I got no sympathy whatsoever. None. Can I ask you a question? Who are the others? Who writes that?
Brett Favre.
Okay.
Remember that?
So let's say he's in on the others. Who are the others?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember any of the others.
Beaver, I want to know who the others are. To whomever writes it, whether it's this news source or that one or whatever, put all the names out there. I've got Ted DiBiase Jr. because he's going on trial. I know him. I got his picture on this story. And then we get John Davis, we get Christy Webb, we get Nancy New, and others. What are we doing? Put their names on there. Why do some get named and some don't? Who are the others? Why won't they spell out the names of the others? That's a simple question. I don't have an axe to grind with any. I don't know them or the news people. I'm just simply out here looking at it going, wait a minute, time out. You run out of ink? Nope. Because this is not 1990. Type it up. Put the names out there. Why on earth, with something like this, whether it was 6 years ago or 6 days ago, are we typing some names and not all the names? Explain that to me. Let me just go ahead and tell you something. I don't care what it is, sports or wrestling. But okay, is it a sport? Okay, that's a different conversation. Sports, wrestling, politics, whatever. Your 2025 big box media are about as sorry and lazy as we've ever had. And mushy and malleable and got those pipe cleaner backbones. We can bend it whatever way we want to on any particular day. Put the names of all of them out there. And those are your headlines. Brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank right here in Mississippi. Find them online at mortgagemanms.com. Mortgagemanms.com. The text line says, Andre from Jackson, Bills versus Rams in the Super Bowl. And then he says, why watch? I'll watch the Rams. Matt Stafford trying to get another one. Emmanuel Forbes from Grenada, Mississippi has rejuvenated his career. I'll watch it. Give me the Rams. Although, okay, disclosure. But he's smiling. He knows what I'm going to say. Seattle and the 49ers are playing for the division effectively on Sunday. And it's not lost on me that after getting beat and being held to 3 points in the game, that I'm the one that did, I think on the last show of 2025, say, I think I'll pick the 49ers to win the whole thing. I like them. They turn right around and kick a field goal, and that's it in a game that's going to decide the division, give them a bye or not. To which Beeve helped me with my self-esteem by saying, hey, I'm in on it with you, because Beeve took a picture wearing the San Francisco 49ers championship belt that is now donned by the big 4-foot bear back there while wearing an Alabama t-shirt.
Hold on, Matt Wyatt. That picture I sent you, if you look closely, the picture I sent you, it's not that belt.
Is a different one?
For Christmas, yeah. I was given the official, real deal, WWE/NFL branded 49ers championship belt.
Wait a minute.
$600 belt.
That's incredible. And so that's the one in the picture.
Yeah,
The $600 49ers championship belt.
it's ridiculous.
So B, was that like under the Christmas tree on Christmas morning and you woke up in your Alabama t-shirt? Is that what happened?
No, that was Christmas Eve at another location.
Okay. Close enough. J-Rock, Dog Tired, Unnamed, Robbie Nunya, Beer Slayer, Grumpy, Mickey, Louvier, Matt, Kenny, Jason, Lester, all y'all on the Country Pleasing text line coming to you next. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau. Go with the home team. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple, bun size, 3 links bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, coming back. Hang on. And back with you. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau all across the state of Mississippi. J-Rock texted me with a picture. Caption says, New Year's Day meal. Black pepper and cheddar sausage with sauerkraut and jalapenos, black-eyed peas on the side, New Year's resolution, eat more country pleasing. Yes. That looks great too, by the way. It looks great. Hey, there was, let me see if I can find it. I want to give you the info. I don't think it specified a particular Kroger. I think it was in multiple Kroger stores across the state of Mississippi. But Country Pleasing posted yesterday morning on Facebook. You also follow them, by the way. They're Country Pleasing brand. Country Pleasing sausage dogs are hitting the shelves at your local Kroger. Be on the lookout for these new items in your area. Okay. I had just been to Kroger in Tupelo like before this, and notice that there's a lot of, first of the year's a lot of rearranging and new stuff going in. Some packaging looks different, all that. And in the sausage section, it was like they're doing a whole clean out deal. And I think it's because there's going to be a whole new display with the sausage dogs in the package. Remember those that we talked about that don't have the casing, that are just the dogs, the links to put in your hot dog? Yeah, different flavors. And so they've got their own packaging. It's going to be new stuff. Look for that. You a hot dog man, Beaver? You like hot dogs?
I don't eat a lot of them.
Okay.
I like them,
Yeah.
but only to an extent.
To an extent. Gotcha.
But salt now, this is a whole new level. You just broke this news on me. You know how often I go to the Crows.
Check it out.
First item I look for this year.
All right.
I had a sausage dog in forever.
Yeah.
But I remember them being amazing.
Did you just say amazing?
Yeah, I didn't mean it though. But they are outstanding.
Yeah, they're really good. I said amazing. Didn't really mean I'm amazed, but I get it. They are good. When we got back on the air today, Beav, an unnamed texter said, been a long time without hearing anything about monkeys. And I think that's kind of a shot at us in that, we're the show that talks about those kinds of stories. Nunya, thank you. He said, Happy New Year. I'm back at you, Nunya. We're glad to be back. Appreciate you being a part of it. Beer Slayer texted and said, Hey, Matt, Happy New Year. How is the homecoming queen doing? She's doing very well, recovering. It has not been like an overnight recovery. Like it's day by day, a little bit towards getting back to normal. But I tell you, it's like, y'all know who've been through it. You go through a kidney stone deal. It's like getting hit by, it's like you've been in a car wreck, so, but she's doing okay. And thank you for asking. Grumpy texted and said, I hope Homecoming Queen's mending well. Grumpy just figured you were playing radio hooky on the Duke's Mayo Bowl as you have been known to do. LOL. Sorry, Matt, will still miss you. Yeah, I wasn't playing hooky. I would have been there if there hadn't been something with her. Mickey texted the show and said, yeah, it's not NIL, it's pay for play, PFP. Louvier, have the Saints found their quarterback?
I think so.
Looked good, didn't he?
He was definitely better.
You know what's great? What's great is he looks like the kind of guy you can, whether or not he's the next Drew Brees, who cares? He's somebody who's solid. If he's healthy, he's solid. You can build around it. You don't have to go out drafting more quarterbacks unless you just have the easy opportunity to do it. So says I, the non-GM. Louvier texts the show and said the Cowboys were historically bad, you say? Say more. Then he says, Fox affiliate airing Cowboys versus Giants instead of Saints versus Falcons brought me back to the dark days of my youth and Saints fandom in Metairie and further solidified my deep hatred of the Cowboys. Go Saints. Super Bowl next year champs. Hey, Olivier, I can't read the Roman numerals. Don't put those on there. Just always put Super Bowl champs next year. Just put that, because we know that's what we're saying. Matt from Brandon texted and said, I believe Marcus Dupree was on that list, as well as 2 other State or Ole Miss players that I can't remember. Talking about the others. Well, you got to put their names out there. If you're reporting on that story, how do you post some names and then just write a whole group of people, others? You can't. I mean, it's wrong to do that. I'm not asking for throwing darts at somebody that doesn't deserve it. How do you justify spelling out some names and then just not the other ones? I don't get where that technique comes from in media. Big Jim texted the show and said Donnie Baseball is the bench coach for the Phillies. His son is the GM. Love your show. Oh, the bench coach. His son is the GM of the Phillies? I didn't know that. Now it all makes sense. Kenny, don't call me Ken. Glad to have you back, he says. How's the homecoming queen doing? Hale State. She, like I say, she's recovering, and I really appreciate y'all thinking about her. Bless her heart. She has suffered with those kidney stones. Jason in Flagstaff says, does, quote, and others include Brett Favre and a bunch of high-level politicians, cough, cough, ex-governor, cough, cough. Yeah, I don't know, but others. Put the names out there. We're all grown folks. We all handle it. And in America, you're innocent until proven guilty. That's the way it is. Jason also texted. He said he got behind a car with a Hardin County, Tennessee tag this morning with Ole Miss stuff on their car headed toward Grand Canyon. He said, I waved and they seemed snooty. He said, no worries, but they better start back to Phoenix tomorrow, because if they wait till Thursday, they're gonna hate life with snow coming. And then he said, enter Dr. Evil laugh here. Lester texted and said, no portal drama talk? No, not for me. What's the best way to say this without making everybody mad and getting fired? What's the best way to say it? Lester, when we talk about things on this show, whatever the subject is, my job, but also my personal goal, is to be completely honest. You know, faking how I feel or think about something, I can't do it. I don't have that ability. Covering it up, smoothing it over, what's the point? And that's not fair to you. I have a saying at the top, the header of my YouTube page, that says, the most valuable thing you can give me is your attention. And I really believe that, because it's directly tied to your time, which is the most perishable thing you own. It's way more valuable than your money. You can give me your money, you can get that money back. When you give me your time, that's it. It's the most perishable thing you have. And your attention is tied to your time. So it's the most valuable thing you can give me is your attention. And so I owe you, if you're willing to give me something that valuable, I owe you my honesty at the very least. Okay? So with that in mind, if we talk about portal, if we talk about college athletics, I owe you my dead level honesty. And frankly, Lester, if we do that too often on this show, you will get sick of it. You will get tired of hearing me and the things that I will say. And there's a chance that I would maybe take it too far and ruin my career or get fired or something, right? So I think there are some things in everybody's best interest that I will cover it selectively when I think it is something you need to hear from me on. But that's where I am. That's just where I am. Let me give you an example. Lester. I was genuinely excited to get back on the air this week because, like I say, I need it. I need it. At the same time, in years of doing talk radio, I've never really dreaded having to cover certain things because of how I feel about it. Even though we didn't get on the air yesterday was the first time in my whole career that I've actually dreaded getting on the air to cover certain subjects simply because of how I feel about it. And I know that I owe you my honesty. So, no. Portal drama. I'm a grown fella. I have a life, problems of my own. I don't watch soap operas. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Y'all like coffee? I know you do. Check it out. Little High Point Roasters from New Albany, Mississippi. That is the breakfast blend. It's whole bean. And if you notice, that's how much I've had already. Brazil Oberon. Not Orgeron or Orgeron, you LSU. No, Brazil Oberon. that ain't all. What we got there? What flavor is that? Papua New Guinea, grade AA. Bring it on. High Point Roasters, New Albany, Mississippi. Roasted right there. That's whole bean. One more. I got more. Ah, tried and true. Magnolia Blend. High Point Roasters coffee, New Albany, Mississippi. It is the best. Single origin from all over the world. All right, here we go. Hour number 2 of the show, off and running with you. I'm Matt in the Bureau, staying connected to you because of C Spire. The #1 network in Mississippi is C Spire, customer inspired. Check them out at cspire.com. All right, earlier Sven on the YouTube live stream said, show us that bear. All right. What would be the best way to do that? I tweeted the picture of it, but that was a long time. It was nearly a month ago. Beav, you care if he gets a look at you if I turn my computer around?
No, that's fine.
All right,
Plus,
so let me.
It needs to be updated because if you notice, the original shirt we had on it
Yeah.
has been changed out to a much better
shirt.
Zone 105.
Okay,
shirt.
Sven, see him back there in the corner? See him? There you go. He's got the 49ers deal. See, that's the noise you make when you're getting old and you have to strain at all, Beav, or reach or stretch. You go right there. Anyway, yeah, there's the bear. There you go, Bulldog, Mississippi. That is a 4-foot bear that's somehow showed up here at the radio station that Beav adopted as the station mascot, and he has donned it in WRKS, the Zone 105.9 clothing and San Francisco 49ers paraphernalia. And he named him Barry Rice, which is incredible. You could work a long time to come up with a better nickname. Beav, 30 seconds. Boom, I got it. Barry Rice. I'm amazed by that. I'll be honest with you. Need to be writing. Beav, you were born too late. If this were 25 years ago, well, let's go 30 years ago, you could write for Seinfeld. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt you could if they needed help. Some of those sitcoms, when they were actually funny, clever, you could do it. There's just no doubt. You're just born a little too late. All right. Over to the Junction phone. Junction delis all across the state of Mississippi, fueled by Prince Oil Company. They've been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. On line 2, Thibodeau. What's up, Thibodeau? Happy New Year to you too, buddy. Yeah. It's true. Yeah. Look, I'll laugh right along with you, Thibodeau, because it really is true. I mean, in that world, I mean, when you think about what influence I have, Matt Wyatt has, what is that commercial? They say, what's the chances? Less than zero? Whatever is less than zero. That is absolutely how much influence I have on that world for sure.
Hey, you too. I'm good, man. How you doing today?
No. That's the weird thing about it. I actually like that part of it. I'm fine with them making a little money. I don't think there's a thing wrong with that. It's not the making money part of it that is the issue. It's the lack of leadership part of it. It's the lack of constraints, structure, contracts, practicality, or pragmatism, as it were, sensibility, responsibility. There's none of any of that. That's the issue. And under some of those categories, it's like, Thibodeau, anybody in the history of the planet Earth that has been in some kind of business, okay, when you have certain things that you do and you fund to help your business and to make sure that your business thrives and makes more money and more money and more money, any business has to put money, they invest their money and spend their revenue on their own business. You see what I mean? So it's like, it has never made any sense. You don't have leadership. You don't have any of those other things. Okay. You don't have any structure. You also have taken away any structure that you did have. And so now there's no, they call it free agency, but it's not free agency. Okay. Because agency kind of insinuates that there's some sort of need for an agent. There's not, because any player can leave at any time they want to and go anywhere they want to for any reason. Like, there's no accountability, all that kind of stuff. I've gone so far even to say, Thibodeau, that again, players getting money, whether it's a lot or a little, that's really not even the issue. That's really not even the issue. It's the structure and how they get it and who they get it from, and in the way that they get it, and in the way that it's been decided to be distributed. And to me, in the current environment, any good player does not need an agent. Now take that statement right there, Thibodeau, and juxtapose that against this statement. They all have agents. Now, what I just told you is true. No good player needs an agent for what they're doing and getting paid to play football and college football. Because if they're good, they don't need an agent. They're all getting agents. I mean, make any of that make sense. In fact, I'll go so far as to say, I'll say it, put this beside my name. Any college player that gets an agent, I've lost respect for them. They don't have my respect. Put that out there. Thibodeau, let me just tell you too, and I realize I am taking up your time. I'm about to give it back to you. But in the same vein as what I said earlier to Lester, who texted in, that I believe his attention is the most valuable thing he can give me. One, I don't want his money, and his money, no amount of it is more valuable to me than his attention, his time. The same is true that if I believe that, then the same is true for my own attention also, and my own time, and what I give it to. And I guess maybe it's a part of getting older where you realize, that light's starting to fade. I ain't going to live forever. Just like you, just like everybody that we're listening here together, I got a finite amount of time that I have left on this earth, that the old ticker is going to be ticking, so to speak, right? Then it's off into eternity, which is really home, but I'm not home yet. So I have a finite amount of time here left. And so I've decided that my attention and my time is the most valuable thing I can give to anybody else. I really believe that. And so things are changing for me. I've decided that nobody can tell me what I ought to spend my time on and what I ought to do with it. Nobody can force me to watch or pay attention to things that I don't like or don't support or I don't agree with. And so that's just kind of where I am now. Not even close. Yeah. You said it.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, Matt Wyatt here. Each week on the Mississippi Outdoors Podcast, we talk with the people who live it. Hunters, biologists, game wardens, local celebrities, and storytellers that know Mississippi better than anyone.
Those bass come up there and attack them. You know how mean bass can be there.
You're never going to believe this. Matt Wyatt just talked about your deer on the radio. I said, what did he say? He said, it was Photoshopped. And I said, what?
They don't know anything about hunting. They just have never had that right, that freedom.
Dude, that's us, man. That's what we do. So tune in, be inspired, and we'll see you outdoors.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. The Junction Delis convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you've listened to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas.
All right, well, look at here. Coming up in just a minute, I got some things to share with you. Some things we've been working on the Mississippi Outdoors podcast over at Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. Your comments, opinions, otherwise. I'm going to read some of your comments on the live stream. Well, like this from Steve on Facebook. He's down in Dothan. He's been attending church where my dad, Joe, is a pastor. He said, LOL, Brother Joe mentioned that time is the most precious thing in a church recently. He said, y'all been talking. Well, we do talk all the time, but I don't think we've talked about that. We probably just, I've been, thinking about the same things. Rick, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Today's live stream is a little different because I want to be able to pop the live stream out there on social media like we normally do in the home studio when I'm with Beaver and Jackson this year. So we're going to make that happen. But there's a certain cable I was going to use, and I left it in Tupelo. So, the audio you have is just coming from the computer. It's the best we can do today, and it's only because I'm forgetful. All right, and then more of your texts coming up. We'll get to those. Right now, over to the Junction phone line. Fueled by Prince Oil Company, it is Rooster on line one. What's up, Rooster? Hey, you gone? Can't hear Rooster. Here he is. Attaboy. No, it's not off limits. Nothing is off limits. Well, I mean, respective to what we normally talk about on the show. Yeah, but no, that's fine. Whatever you want to get to. Yeah. All right, hang on. All right, hang on, Rooster. So for those that are watching the live stream, Rooster is lamenting kind of the way the start of the ball game went in the Mayo Bowl. He's telling me that. Now, this will be fixed on future live streams, but I know y'all can't hear him right now. I just wanted to give you a clue what he was talking about. Okay. All right. Okay, Rooster lock for the bowl games. Yep. We're interested. Let's hear it. He's got Ole Miss 33, Miami 31. A 2-point win for the Rebs. Okay. Hoosiers, Indiana. Indiana 27-20. Who's Indiana playing? Beaver, who's Indiana playing? Oregon. Okay. All right. He's waiting for baseball season. Hey, Rooster, God bless you. She's doing all right. She's recovering. Yep, she's doing well. She's going to be all right. God bless you. Yes, sir. Happy New Year. What's wrong with Rooster's phone? That man. Then I said, hey, he said, I'm here. And then I said, hey, there you are. And he goes, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Well, how's that possible? He just heard me. My man Rooster. My man Rooster. I was talking about people telling me what to do. Sven says on YouTube, Matt, if the homecoming queen tells you pay attention to your backyard grass and mow it, you will do it. So there is someone who can tell you what to do. No, that's 100% true. She says jump, and I don't even ask how high. I just start jumping. That's the way that works, B. Hey, for future reference. All right. I got something I want you to hear on the radio. Now, again, on the live stream, you'll have to hang in there. I'll tell you what, we'll save a couple for tomorrow. Listen to this. The most recent episode of the Mississippi Outdoors podcast that we have out there is with Luke Pearson, who is an alligator snapping turtle expert. Now, you need to, if nothing else, you need to go to the Mississippi Outdoors podcast webpage and look at the thumbnail picture of Luke handling this massive turtle. You at least need to go look at it. Here's what he said, though, about handling these things and the idea of picking them up. Luke Pearson on snapping turtles. All right. I don't know how to explain the idea that I'm fascinated with these snapping turtles. Beaver, it's just something about, okay, first of all, the state of Mississippi has one of the largest alligator snapping turtle populations in the world, in America. State of Mississippi. They're everywhere. Even like there's a bunch of the big ones. Okay. I've always heard all those things, watch out. They do this once and you lose a finger. And he takes a chunk out. Right. And so you naturally, well, I got to make sure I don't step on one. That's been my thing. I'm not going to pick them up. But Luke said he's been around thousands of them, stomping around in the water, sloshing around in the shallows in muddy water and all, doing all this research. Never one time he's found them, studied them. Never once has he accidentally stepped on one or stepped near one and gotten bitten, which is kind of fascinating to me. It's almost like they know. So it relieved a huge. It's like one time I was wading with these big long jig poles, crappie fishing at Sardis years ago in North Mississippi. And I remember then thinking, while stepping around in this nasty, flooded, shallow water, all I got to do is step on one snapping turtle and I lose a toe. It doesn't happen. I don't know why, but it doesn't happen. The danger is when you try to pick one up. Now, raise your hand if you got at least one friend who's the kind of person who almost no matter what it is, wants to pick it up. All right, I got some of the. So he said, don't pick them up. He said that those snapping turtles, like here's the shell of the snapping turtle. He said that they can come out, stick their head out of the shell and go all the way back halfway across their own body and bite you. So even if you were holding one like this and it's facing the other way, if you're not careful, he can go come back here and get you. You know what it said to me? Don't pick them up under any circumstance. We got some more I want to tell you about, some recent episodes, and I'll do some of that tomorrow. Play the clips where everybody on the live stream can hear it as well. We have a recent show with Billy Johnson from the Mississippi Wildlife Heritage Museum over in Leland in the Delta, which if you've never been there, you got to go see it. We got Larry Pugh, wintertime cold weather bass fishing. He really knows it. Oh, and tips from a taxidermist. All of that. Go check out the Mississippi Outdoors podcast. Season 2, we're finishing up season 2, and actually season 3 recordings are beginning right now. So we're rolling. All right. A little bit of time left with you. Actually, we got about a half hour left. We got a lot of time left. That was one of those Chris Brooks, how we doing on time moments. Here on the show, in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau, go with the home team. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Junction Delis, convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton. We say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction Delis, they serve country pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash, and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yesterday was Robert Duvall's birthday, by the way. So happy belated. Yesterday was Robert Duvall's 95th birthday, one of the greatest actors of all time. I particularly am fond of him as Gus McCrae in Lonesome Dove, as Max Mercy, the sports writer in The Natural, as Harry Hogue in Days of Thunder. And I can't remember his name, Frank, whatever the character's name, when he was in the movie Joe Kidd with Clint Eastwood. Hey, let me give you a heads up. January 16th at the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank. So in 10 days from today, that'll be Friday, January 16th. So not this Friday, but next. Go down to Ridgeland. Go over there to Ridgeland. You'll see the sign there. Mortgage Man Group, Illuminate Bank. January 16th from 11 to 2 on that Friday. They're going to have their home buyer seminar. And so for anybody who's in the market, you got mortgage questions, any of that stuff, that would be a good thing for you to attend. You can get them all answered in person and meet the kind of people you want to meet. Again, Friday, January 16th, 11 to 2, home buyer seminar. Beef staring at me. I know what he's thinking. I'm reading you. I'm in your head. He's thinking, Matt, why don't you go to that home buyer seminar in Ridgeland on the 16th, 11 to 2, and move you and your family to the metro? Because I've already heard that once, actually twice today. I posted something yesterday, Beaver, on social media, on Facebook about Robert Duvall's birthday. And somebody goes, basically, I'm paraphrasing, how dare you, sir, not mention The Godfather? Robert Duvall was in The Godfather. It's like Beatles fans, Godfather fans, Beatles fans. One little thing that you don't credit them with, pitchforks. What if I said this? I'm not a big fan of them. Okay, fine. Godfather, I hadn't seen all of every parts. Okay, whatever. Fine, it's good. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't really care for it. Am I allowed to have an opinion? That's what I'm getting at here, Beav. Am I allowed to have my own opinions?
Well, clearly not. Because how dare you not mention or like a movie? How dare you have an opinion on NIL? Nothing. Can't have opinions? What are you doing?
Pay for play.
Oh, I'm sorry, PFP.
PFP, baby. HWS, height, weight, and speed. Here's another post recently from me on social media, Beaver. I want to know if you agree. PSA, if a post says, quote, "This is hilarious," it never is. Have you noticed that?
True. Very true.
It's like, if it's hilarious, why do you have to say it is? Don't tell me it is. Post a video. Post a video, back off. I'll decide. If it's hilarious, you don't have to tell me it is. I'll tell you, hey, thanks for posting that. It's hilarious. I've never once seen a post that says, OMG, this is hilarious, that I actually laughed at. Okay, get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Get right off it. Oh, don't tell me it's hilarious. I'll decide. Scott texted the show on the Country Pleasing text line. Country Pleasing sausage on grocery store shelves all around the South. He said, Robert Duvall in Apocalypse Now. Kenny, don't call me Ken, said, don't sleep on Duvall as Bull Mitchum in The Great Santini. Said, go watch it if you haven't. Well, I got to say, if it's got Duvall in it, it's probably good. Y'all may know this, what movie it was, but there is some movie that Robert Duvall was in, filmed in and around parts of North Mississippi at some point way back in the day. And during the filming of that, Robert Duvall stayed at a friend of mine's house in Tupelo. Mm-hmm. Okay, Lester, somebody else brought this up yesterday, and I have seen it. I saw it one time. I vaguely remember it, but I do remember it being good. Lester said his best is The Apostle. He played Reverend E.F. I didn't remember that much about him. I think I have seen that going way, way back. I think I have. On the okay, now if you really want to get those people stirred up, this right here. Bulldog, Mississippi on YouTube, comment on the live stream. George Harrison was the best Beatle. Well, and the reason I'm laughing, Bulldog, Mississippi, is just because I immediately think about the ones who would argue. Caleb wondered if that movie in North Mississippi was Tomorrow. See, I don't remember the name of it. I just know, and this friend of mine would not lie. He's like, years ago, they filmed a movie up here, and he stayed at my house a little bit. But I need to know what that movie is. And hey, Sven, look, I know HQ already texted me to let me know that this version of the live stream of this show on YouTube, Facebook is not good enough. I'll get it fixed. We'll get it squared away. I just don't want to skip Tuesday every week. Okay, so I'll get it fixed. Thanks for hanging in there today. As best you can. It'll be better. It'll be better. Yeah, somebody texted in and said, hit the pace car. He's talking about Days of Thunder. Jason in Flagstaff texted the show, and he said, like I told you on Twitter the other day, I've got no issues with snakes, any of them, but I'm not picking up any snapping turtle. I've seen what those things, even smaller ones, do to huge snakes. Said my hand's not going near it. Get this, Jason, true story. John Bond, the John Bond, legendary John Bond, number 13 in your program, number 1 in your heart, John Bond. Never lost to LSU in his whole career, John Bond. 1980, 6-3 win over Alabama, John Bond. In the locker room post-game, getting patted on the back by Bear Bryant, John Bond. And John said, he sent me a picture. He found a snapping turtle in his koi pond the other day, picked it right up, put it in a box. And boy, JB, that's all you. That's a special kind of man right there. That's all you. What did we get from More Bully? Beef. It's me. It's me. It's the MOORE. More Bully says, on the Country Pleasing text line, he said, I was on a call with someone earlier who graduated with Coach Jans. He said he would light it up behind the arc and said it seemed like he averaged 30 a game. Said, I got to find some highlights. How about that? We need to, More Bully, if you find college, was it college or high school? You find some old retro highlights of Coach Jans lighting it up from three-point range. Send me. Speaking of that, speaking of, lighting it up from 3-point range, basketball, people who can score. And a little bit ago, kind of lamenting the, I don't know, what's the right word? The regression of society and goodness and morals and all that kind of stuff, and lamenting what college sports has become. Something did pop up in regards to basketball on my feed. Now, it's not college basketball, but it is basketball. It popped up on my feed the other day that I saw as a glimmer of hope. It's something that spoke to me, and it said, see, Matt, here is an example that there are real, sure enough, principled leaders out there trying to make a difference, trying to do it the right way. I'll tell you what that is that I saw, and you can decide for yourself. That's coming up next. A little bit of time left with you here on this Tuesday. I'm Matt in the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local, agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local.
All right, back with you. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go! With the home team. Let's see, what did Danny say? He said, where most actors take a script and try to become some character. Robert Duvall takes a script and turns the character into Robert Duvall. That's pretty good. Thanks, Chris. He said, welcome back. All right, so More Bully said that the highlights that he's looking for would be of Coach Jans in college. Then he said, great story on YouTube when Jans was a high school player of the week in Iowa.
Why is this your concern? More Bully. Really? A college basketball coach as a high school player in Iowa. I'm enthralled. Can't wait to go watch this.
There you go, More Bully. Okay. I think I knew Coach Jans
what's going on?
Was from Iowa. I think. But what about college? Where'd he go to? See, you look that up. If you find some highlights of him draining threes in college, send it to me, More Bully. I do want to see that. Hey, all right. So back over to what I said to you earlier.
Jason, hang on.
I told you that I was lamenting, well, the whole state of things or whatever. You look at the state of college sports. It's like it's, honestly, the last few days, if you pay attention, if you're someone who really plugs in and pays attention, all you have to do what I did. Like yesterday, we didn't get on the air yesterday, but yesterday before the show, you go into X and you search college football, just search college football. Okay. And then start to scroll through what it suggests for you. What do you think it shows you? Well, it's just nonstop players who are leaving the school they're at to go to some other school. They're chasing a handout. That's what it is. Look, 90% of it, call it what it is. There's a select few players who are getting in that to go find playing time. Okay. Some of them don't find it. They never come out of there. But the rest, it's all chasing a handout. Well, that's all you see. Okay. And so even in the midst of games happening and stuff, it's just all you get, if you are honestly looking at things, all you get is joy kill. Just if you're honestly looking. Now, if you're someone who is willing to just ignore, the reality of what everybody has done to college sports. Okay. If you're willing to ignore it, maybe it's fine. I don't know. I don't have the ability. Like, it's there. You see it. How in the world do you ignore it? Well, and by not ignoring it, it's just kind of, how do you, even with games going on, where's your joy in it? Where do you get joy in it? Yeah, it's just constant joy kill everywhere you look. Your mushy-headed media claiming NIL. It ain't got nothing to do with NIL. They're paid to play. Constant transfer. Everybody, it's just, it's as gross, as unseemly as it can get. But that doesn't mean that everything out there in the sports world is this way. And so what I told you, there's your lead in, then I'm coming to the phone. I flip over and I saw something the other. This isn't college sports, but I saw something. I went, okay, I needed to see this because what it says to me is there's a lot of people in sports, maybe not at the college level, but at some levels, who you don't see on your screen, who aren't getting posted about constantly on social media, who they are out there digging in, going to work, living on principle, coaching on principle, working their tails off, don't have their hand out, sort of thing. I need to see more of this, and here it is. My friend Philip Prince Oil Company, he's got a son, Samuel, who is a dynamite high school basketball player. He had a 50-point night, at one point. He's a really good player. Okay, really, really good player, dunking on folks and all this kind of stuff. 40 points, 50 points. And this dad, Philip Prince, posted about his son a picture of his son's coach, whose name is Jason Morgan. And this is what the post said. This man, this would be the coach, Jason Morgan. This man took Samuel out of the game last night. Now, again, keep in mind, this is a dad posting about his own son being taken out of a game by the coach. Samuel, his son, was taking breaks on defense. Yelled at him nicely, held him accountable, demanded he be better, has made him into a man over the last 4 years. I give thanks for this man. I give thanks he didn't lower his expectations for my son. He raised them. So I just needed to see it. Now, you can roll your eyes if you want and think, oh, well, Matt's talking about, a friend of his. Or you can roll your eyes and say, oh, it sounds good, but in reality, no, I'm just telling you, I don't care about all that. Listen, I see a dad praising the coach of the team his son plays on for effectively benching his own son for a few minutes because the dad also saw his own son loafing on defense, who is a great player, who's a bucket. There are dads who are out there doing it right, who understand what coaches are going through. There are coaches who are doing it right. There are players who are doing it right. They don't have their hands out, that don't need an agent. I needed to see more of that. I hope I do. Over to the phone, the Junction phone line, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Jason in Flagstaff, Arizona. What's up, Jason? I've almost used up the time. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yep, loud and clear. I have caught turtles, but I've never caught a snapping turtle, right? And I, snagged one because if it were to bite, it'd snap your line. But if you snagged it, you might. But I've never snagged one. I never have. Really? How about that? You too, Jason. Thank you. Hey, Jason, for those that couldn't hear on the live stream, Jason told a story about actually when he was a kid catching a snapping turtle on a cane pole. I wouldn't want to mess with it. I've had to look, sometimes you fish in a pond, it's full of turtles. And like if you're fishing with a cork or something, they'll constantly come over and bother it. Like, get out of here. Miko texted the show and he said, Matt, we need more coaches like that. Well, we do, Miko. And you know what else we need? We need more parents like that as well. Where dad says, you know what, son, you were loafing on defense. You deserve to sit on the bench for a little bit. I support the coach. I had a dad like that, or have a dad like that when I was coming up playing. I struck out looking one time in high school. I thought all 3 pitches were out of the strike zone. I was getting choosy. I struck out looking. I didn't agree with the umpire. I'm going walking to the dugout. My dad calls me over to the fence. I thought he was going to say something to me like, hey, don't let that bother you. He said, hey, what are you doing? I said, sir. He said, what are you doing? He said, are you going to the plate to hit the ball? Are you trying to walk? Do you want to hit it? I said, yes, sir. He said, swing the bat. Exactly what I needed. I didn't take me anymore. If it was close, I swung and I hit the ball. You need more dads who think like coaches and who support coaches who are trying to do it right. See, that's the problem, Miko. There are some coaches out there who are trying to do that. Oh, but you sit your star player for a minute or two, then mom and dad run out here to Twitter and Facebook about, you know what I mean? So we need a little bit of all that. I needed to see it, and I appreciate that. All right, that'll wrap it up for today. Back tomorrow, same time, same place in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go with the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau Insurance all across Mississippi for Beaver. I'm Matt. All of us here on the show. See you tomorrow. See you.